Let's start off on the low note of 2014's biggest disappointment. Biggest disappointment.
This one is probably going to be a contentious category because there's so many things that apply.
It's the longest thing in this Google Doc.
Dave has listed here in our biggest disappointments category just broken games.
Oh yeah.
So let's just talk about that, I guess, for a moment here. I don't know, what's the biggest one? Probably Assassin's Creed?
That is the most broken.
I think Drive Club goes for like length of broken.
Yeah.
Also, this reminds me of the first patch for the crew, which was allows players to join a crew.
So I'm gonna throw my hat in for early access games because don't get me wrong, I love them, but a lot of the times like I'll either be gifted something or I'll see something and it's like, oh, I'll just wait till it's out of early access. And I don't know, like I just end up waiting around a long time. Like, you know, there are a bunch of games I own that either I got from Humble Bundles or whatever, and they're just like I don't want to play them. So did anybody have any specific games that they sort of put in as disappointments to them?
Assassin's Creed.
Okay, right.
I was like, I thought, oh, you know, Unity could be the one. It could be the game that's really trying to reform this, because while I didn't think Black Flag was great, I thought it was, you know, it was a turning point from 3. It was not a further descent on that line. And yet, Unity's like, yeah, this is Assassin's Creed 3 too. This is gonna be, we're gonna go back to like the shitty movement and the bad open world, and my god, the bugs. We didn't choose a thing.
Yeah, don't we?
Did we? Do we need to?
No, we just talked about things. We need a thing.
Assassin's Creed. That's
yeah,
my line
broken
of the
games.
Assassin's
Broken
Creed.
games. Let's just don't.
Yeah, let's lump them all as the broken games.
because even if that weren't broken, it would still be shit.
Ooh, okay. fair
That's
enough.
true of most of the broken games, though.
I don't know, Master Chief Collection, I think
Okay, yeah,
if
Master
Master
Chief
Chief Collection wasn't broken, it would still be a good value. But Assassin's Creed disappointed me in a lot of really fundamental ways.
That was a bad game on top of being broken.
All right, so now on to the best new thing. So in the Talos principle, if you're quitting out, you know, normally you get a thing saying like, you know, are you sure? You know, any unsaved progress will be lost.
Yeah.
And the great thing that the Talos principle does, it says, are you sure? Any unsaved progress will be lost from the last checkpoint. And then in parentheses, it says like less than a minute ago or 5 minutes ago. It fucking times it, and that's great.
The Last of Us did that too, and I'm surprised
really?
no one's actually gone and done that since then.
And also, something come along this year, just streaming. Like, virtually everything can stream now. Hearthstone can stream.
Right.
Steam
Built-in
can stream.
streaming
I'm pretty sure
in-game,
Pocket Watch can
Steam
stream.
anything.
Yeah, I liked when I was playing through The Wolf Among Us and Imran would just hop in and watch me play.
Yeah, judging you
cool.
silently, so you don't go back and like.
Yeah, that guilted me into not redoing decisions when they did not work out.
The other day I bought Dungeon of the Endless when it was on sale, and I just started playing it, and I had my stream set to public, and like 10 people were watching me before I knew it. They were just like, how's this game?
So we went on a low, and we went up, and then we're coming back down again with 2014's biggest fuck up.
The next one really needs to be talked about on the list, though.
Aeronautical activity.
Yes. Code Avarice.
So the developer for that game, worked at Code Avarice, and I think he was one of the founders, one of the two guys who worked there.
Yeah.
And he went on Twitter and was like, "Fuck Gabe Newell."
Went on a Twitter rampage.
And then ended it with, "I'm going to kill Gabe Newell. He will die."
Right. Well, and then he put in his resignation. So like, I'm leaving the company.
Okay, we got to put air quotes around resignation.
Right. I was gonna say, but then like a week later, he's like back at the company.
When it didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't get the game back on, so I'm like, let's screw it.
Again, 19. So when holding his breath didn't get his parents to buy the video game, he started breathing again.
Let's jump right into the next category, which is the best 2013 game in 2014. I'll just go ahead and say, so this year I played Metal Gear Solid Revengeance.
So did I.
So I think that might be because that actually came out on consoles in 2013.
Yeah, it seemed to be big this year. Like, a lot of people wound up playing Revengeance and seemingly gave it more attention. It deserved this attention last year. But,
Probably because Steam sale? I don't know.
Well, it was on sale when it first went up.
Yeah.
They put it up for cheap.
Yeah, can I be smart about that?
And I hope you people actually just mailed the remainder of the $60 to Platinum.
I'll see you guys say Revengeance.
Revengeance?
A bunch of you guys are saying Revengeance.
Isn't it? Maybe
No,
it's just Revengeance.
Revengeance is an actual
Mine was
word.
It's a joke.
I think it's just a joke, yeah.
It is? Okay.
Dark Souls 2. Now, I fully understand that Dark Souls 2 is inferior to Dark Souls 1, but Dark Souls 1 was great. This is more Dark Souls. I don't have a problem with that.
The thing is, like, Dark Souls 2 is like a 9 out of 10, but Dark Souls 1 was like an 11 out of 10.
Yeah. Well, it's like the Dark Souls one had the best ideas that the team ever had. Like this, like obviously that was their work of passion. Dark Souls 2 is the refinement, but no, they kind of ran out of, like, the super creative ideas.
So my number 2 game is Mario Kart 8. That one also surprised me this year because I didn't especially love Double Dash. I didn't like Mario Kart Wii. I didn't like Mario Kart 7. I didn't really like Mario Kart DS. And I thought, maybe it was just that one time with Mario Kart 64. Maybe I just like that game and I don't like the series. And then this came in and it was solid all the way through.
And then I think Divinity Original Sin, I think only Imran played, but I don't know how much of.
Not enough to really say best game of the year.
Yeah. What did you say, Mike?
Oh, I really want to play that, but I'm waiting for a sale because I feel bad looking at that and going like, is that worth $30?
It is super long.
It's I think it's well worth $30.
Just something about it, just like that feels like that should be like $15.
Okay, let me sell you on that game. At some point, you're just walking around town, and then something happens, and you end up at the end of time.
You end up at the end of time.
So it's Chrono Trigger.
Yes.
Goblin
Look
game
in the bucket.
6.
So you're saying diplomacy has failed, then?
I mean, just going by the number of number ones, I think it's a pretty.
Yeah, I was counting that up, and now I don't know what I was doing. So
I don't think it really matters. I think Bayonetta 2 is the number one.
I was looking.
Do we want to go just by votes, though? I mean,
I was looking forward to an argument, but it seems like we all already agree.
That is a shockingly well-constructed game.
It's one of those rare games where, like, the reward for playing the game is playing the game itself.
Yes. So that game. That's just the most solid gameplay experience I've ever had.
Let's do it. The 2014 Game of the Year, by some sort of vote tally system for 9 is Bayonetta 2 for the Nintendo Wii U.